Shot, a foul call. It's going to go against Nash, who's having his problems defending in the post against Kidd. Jason Kidd has been superb. 11 points, 11 assists, guiding his team to a 15-point lead here in the second.
Day with a bad back.
Well, he defended for the Miami Heat against a lot of your Knick teams and did a great job. Now in his first year with Phoenix, with more on Phoenix and their huddle, let's go to Lisa.
Well, Mike, I was just listening to Alvin Gentry in the huddle, and he said, look, guys, this is a long game. We got to keep our composure. We're down 15. We've been here before. Bottom line is we got to guard somebody. He said, we're getting plenty of points. We're going to end up with 50-something this half, but we can't give up 70. Mike?
Well, they're on the verge of with 2:59 remaining. Mavs with 64, and they're shooting at a 59%. You look at these two teams. 2 years ago, the 2006-2007 season, Dallas won 67 games. They were number 1 in the West. Phoenix won 61 games. They're number 2 in the West just 2 years ago, and now they're fighting to try and get that final playoff spot. It's amazing how quickly it could turn as we have a foul on the entry pass. Reminder to log on to NBAstore.com now for the best selection of Suns and Mavericks gear. Plus get the official on-court NBA Green Week t-shirt. NBAstore.com. One store, every team. Barbosa. Barnes pass deflected by Bass. Shaq with 4 on the shot clock. Double team. Back shot won't go. Hill battling for the rebound. Nice offensive board. Stripped by Howard. Knocked back by Barbosa off the leg of Josh Howard. There's Derek Richardson, the official, who last week we saw take one of the all-time great charges in NBA history. When LeBron James barreled into him, James stayed down, and Richardson popped right back up.
If that's all Lee Frazier and it goes to a second and third fight, I'm taking LeBron.
Kidd, alley-up to Howard. There's his 12th assist. One away from tying Magic. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining, Shaq got too far underneath. Dallas starting to pull away. Kidd open for 3. Bang! 70 to 48. Here comes the standing ovation in Dallas. Dallas with the most points they've had in a half this season. 9 of 12 from downtown. Jason Kidd, 16 points, 12 assists, 1 turnover. What a performance. And Tim Duncan talks with Bill Russell. All coming up on the T-Mobile halftime report. Well, what a second quarter for Dallas, but it can also say what a second quarter for Phoenix. How disappointing is this, the way they've come out defensively?
You know, this is baseball season on its way. And you can look at a great offensive team that's horrible fielding the baseball, and they're terrible as Nash knocks down the jump shot. And they just settle with trying to outscore people. If they have no commitment with getting better fielding, like the Phoenix Suns have no commitment with getting better on the defensive end, they have no right to be upset with losing. This is an embarrassing effort. That's not to say that they can't come back. But this first half has been embarrassing.
And Kidd just tied Magic Johnson for 3rd on the all-time career assist list. Foul as Hill went up for the shot. It's going to go against Jason Kidd. A certain Hall of Famer when he's done, but this is his 15th year. He's 36 years old and still playing at a high level. Certainly not what he was. But you see now, he's tied with Magic. A little less than 200 to get to you, Mark.
I'm going to say that's a pretty good honor to be in that 5, Mark Jackson. And Jason Kidd.
Well, I pinch myself when I look at it. Even if you went a little further down, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas and Oscar Robinson. These are guys that I watched growing up, and then I've obviously watched Jason Kidd and played against him. So it's incredible just to look at the list when I take myself out of it.
Well, you look too now at him. He's an unrestricted free agent after this year. There's talk that Dallas wants to re-sign him. depending certainly on how much. It's going to be an interesting decision for the Mavericks and other teams. He's also, now that he's tied for third in assists, he's 7th career steals. As Howard knocks down another jumper, 74 points. The shooting numbers just off the charts, over 60%. They were close to 70 for a while. Hill's shot is good.
Well, I would have pulled Jason Kidd aside before the game and said, hey, you're going to have 16 points and 13 assists with a little less than a minute to go in the first half. He probably would have slugged me.
No, he would have said, are we playing Phoenix?
Well, he now has the 14 assists, so he's past Magic. He's all alone in the third spot. And this was just moments ago, his reaction. Okay, pretty good. He was told that he tied Magic. They just announced it to the crowd, and he's getting a standing ovation here in Dallas, including our own Mark Jackson. He's telling people sit down.
And that's where officials got to act like the ball's wet or something and let Jason Kidd get his due.
There's two of the great assist men right there, but Kidd, what an unbelievable career he's had. And you look at still what he's done. He's still #1 in point guards in rebounding, #1 in guards in rebounding. Barbosa flips it up and puts it in. We're going to hear from Jason Kidd at halftime as Lisa Salters will chat with him. Mavericks with a 76-57 lead. What a great honor for a great, great player.
And a very, very good defender as well.
Kidd alley-oop to pass. There's another assist and a beauty. Well, he's got 15. The NBA record is 30. Maybe he can go for that today as well. Dudley. Barbosa for three. Shaq throws it down with 1.7 remaining. Kidd looking. Howard's going to let it fly. I'll count if it goes. Oh, he put it in from three-quarters court. 81 points here in the first half for Dallas.
Is that an assist?
I think it is. What a performance from the Dallas Mavericks. 10 three-pointers here in the first half. Let's take a look. He clearly got it off in time. The officials are looking at it. Throws it. Wow. And Kidd gets credited with his 16th assist. He's now all alone in third place in the all-time list, and he's with Lisa Salters.
What's that?
Now got to get his game going. He's only got 4 minutes and 29 seconds that he can play on the self-imposed 20-minute in this game rule.
Well, he played 15:31 in that first half. If they can keep up with a big lead, as Barea called for a foul, it'd be nice for them to let him sit. As we said earlier, Howard in that left ankle, he said he's not going to be close to 100% even if they get into the playoffs. You know, if they hold on and win today, they pretty much assured themselves, not mathematically, haven't clinched yet, but it'd be very close.
You know what, Mike? Lisa made a good point. She asked, do they understand how important this game is as O'Neal hits the jump hook? And they absolutely know how important it is. But this game is a game of habits. Either you've got good habits or you've got bad habits. Phoenix has great habits on offense. Great habits on offense. And as good as their habits on offense are, their habits on defense are that bad. And so, like you said, Mark, they're going to be inconsistent. That's just who they're going to be because they don't have anything that they can rely on that is consistent on the defensive end.
Derek Richardson first said it's going to be Phoenix ball, but then realized it was Shaq who tipped it out, so it's Dallas ball as they now have their largest lead.
Well, Phoenix at halftime was getting up shots during their warm-up session. I would suggest to do some defensive slides.
Offensive foul. Grant Hill with a defensive slide there to draw the charge. course, this game very important for Phoenix. This is the day of the Earth Stood Still DVD and Blu-ray playoff push coming in as they won. As Hill misses that layup, it would be 2 games out with 5 to play, but that looks unlikely, although still obviously plenty of time. But Dallas right now in complete control.
Maybe Phoenix thought it was the day their defense stood still. That was coming out on DVD.
That was too easy for you.
That was a home run setup right there.
Nash on the drive. He gets hammered. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's still Phoenix ball. Again, Dallas has been a different team here on their home floor. After losing their first 4 home games back in November, they won 27 of their next 32 at home. Barnes, quick jump shot. Barnes 0 for 2. Phoenix back in that zone.
I don't even know what they're in half the time. A zone, man, double teaming. Wow.
Howard for 3. Nash on the drive. Blocked by Howard. Got it before it hit the backboard. Hill inside, trying to sneak it in. Nowitzki able to get it. Home run to Dampier, and the dunk. And the lead is ballooned at 25. Nash forces it up. Tough shot won't go. Dampier the rebound. The key for Dallas, not only they win today, they nearly knock out Phoenix, but they still have a legitimate shot at the 7th spot. As Nowitzki's shot is good, and that's huge.
No question, Mike, and that's what we were talking about in the pregame. Hey, think about going forward, not just making the playoffs, but doing damage in it. And the best way to do damage in the playoffs is get out of that 1-8 matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, right now Dallas doing plenty of damage to Phoenix, blowing them out here at the American Airlines Center. A 7-0 run, 88-61. They're shooting 62% from the field, 11 three-pointers, simply having their way. Well, that's certainly the right thought in terms of trying to get back in a game and getting blown out, but it's not done any good so far. As Phoenix with such a disappointing performance. Shot clock at 7. Barnes inside, and shot got fouled. You see the last 9 road games, 1 of 8, the amount of points they've been giving up. So this is not an aberration. It's a team that has struggled defensively all season long. They've never been known, and you guys brought this up, never been known as one of the top defensive teams. But they were an average defensive team in recent years while being the high scoring team. That's why they were able to win an average of 57 a game over the last 57 a year over the last 4 years. But this year they just plummeted.
You think about it. They're the best offensive team. And to be fair, Amari Stoudemire not being here is a huge blow to their team. But they are the best offensive team in the game when it comes to shooting the ball. It's hard to be this bad defensively. It really is. And really, you feel for their whole organization that their team's not